Hey guys, some Gamer Dude here. This is actually my second time writing this, as the first one was ready and raring to go, then I realised this was a little too vague. So let's restart. Fixing Sonic is rather hard. The franchise is fractured three ways, and the critics of the franchise aren't always giving critique, genuinely insightful commentary for the developers, but rather enjoy ripping the franchise to shreds for whatever reason. Sonic was never good IGN trademark. This bias of the game's media and alleged importance of them does nothing but make life impossible, as they have memed their way into the public consciousness. But if I was Sonic Team, looking at the situation, trying to appease everyone and learn what makes the fans prefer certain entries over others, what would I do with a Sonic game? First of all, plot would come back. Meaningful plot. The more recent Sonic games, post 06, have what could be easily seen as a throwaway plot, resulting in forgettable games. One really memorable level, but an ultimately forgettable experience. Generations not included because it's the best of Sonic, or Sonic Greatest Hits. Say what you will about Adventure through 06, as stupid as they can get, but at least they're memorable. If it wasn't for the controversial aspect of Unleashed, the Werehog, and one amazing level, Rooftop Run, no one would remember Unleashed. For all the love Colors gets, I don't think it even has that. So what game should Sonic Team try to emulate? The franchise before Unleashed can be really dark, even if it starts jovial like Heroes, but I think Adventure should be the gold standard Sonic tries to achieve. I keep praising Adventure, but that's because it's worthy of a lot of praise. Before, I've praised Adventure Story because it connects to Sonic 3 Complete, being an extension on it. It gives the Chaos Emeralds and Knuckles. I really have to stop doing that. It gives Lore 2 an understanding of Sonic's world. By building off what was established, it feels a lot more personal to the Sonic cast. Admittedly, Adventure 2 through Shadow do this too, but Adventure 1 has another positive over those games: tone. Adventure 2 and Shadow can be a little dark, while Heroes, for the most part, is a little too jovial. Adventure hits the right spot where it's fun, but has gravity to the plot. It means something, but isn't dark. I think what we're looking for is something anime-esque in execution that involves the cast, but isn't too dark or silly. The Sonic fandom do really miss the rest of the cast. Admittedly, so do I. Especially Team Dark, Blaze, and the remaining two members of Team Rose. If you don't know, Big was apparently retired a few years back. Never got the big hate. However, Sonic Team's implementation of the extended cast is exactly why the backlash happened, period. Every game from Sonic 2 to Sonic Heroes introduced or made mainstream between 1 and 5 characters. With very few exceptions, every game for quite some time included nearly every single cast member imaginable. It became overwhelming and overbearing, making the franchise appear as if it introduced too many characters in too short of amount of time, which is arguably true, but for the plots being told and the problems with 3D Sonic, it was necessary. More modern Sonic games, the Boost era, are lucky to have cast members beyond Tails, and for the more plot-driven Sonic franchise, it feels like the games are rather barren. The answer to that is to use the characters, but not all of them. A plot can be just Sonic, Tails, Blaze, and Cream like Rush. It has just enough characters to satisfy the fandom wanting characters beyond Sonic, but doesn't bog the game down with characters just to have everyone. A plot can just be Sonic, Shadow, and Rouge. Why not Sonic, Shadow, and Vector? Sonic, Amy, and Omega. A combination of characters to make a worthwhile plot, but not unnecessary characters. Not even Tails has to be in every game. The Sonic fandom is split three ways: Classic, Adventure, and Boost. I think everyone understands and acknowledges this, even Sonic Team themselves. The reason I split the video where I did was because we have three equally viable options for Sonic Team to go down with the Sonic game style issue. The first one is probably the most obvious one. Number 1, split the franchise. This is probably the most likely given Sonic Team's recent actions and Sonic Mania's very existence. Have one line of Sonic games retain the Boost formula and Modern Sonic, as well as a classic line with Classic Sonic. I'm not going to dwell on this one too much, as it's a common thought, and frankly I'm not sure what else I could add. Classic Sonic and his games are still well beloved. People want him back. Having him in Boost Sonic, who plays in both 2D and 3D, makes 2D sections of Boost Sonic redundant, or makes Classic Sonic redundant, depending on your point of view. Classic Sonic has also never been done properly in a 3D Sonic game. Splitting the franchise, especially with Christian Whitehead heading it, allows classic Sonic to be in his element and play properly, while giving modern Sonic the chance to shine brighter. This has one upsides and a few downsides, however. The upside is that Sega likes to make a Sonic game for every year. They like yearly releases. They can alternate with this, giving both games about 2 years of development time, 3 if they fill up another year with a spin-off. The downsides are that one Sonic might overshadow the other to such a ridiculous degree that the one not performing as well might see the axe. The second downside is if Sonic Classic sticks to the same stage types without doing anything new and becomes regimental, the franchise will become tiresome and start feeling backlash. Not too dissimilar to what's happened with the new Super Mario Bros. Series, as it started having this problem once it became once a console, and basically the exact same each time. The third is the sheer cost of modern Sonic's production getting worse because only modern Sonic can be playable. It'll end up padded with 2D sections and a large amount of acts per zone, like colours. Number 2. Use the friends. In the classic era, everyone played like a variation on Sonic. In modern, so do Blaze and Shadow. Heroes is made up of archetyped characters. Last time I said the fandom missed the friends, but Sonic Team hasn't implemented them well. This is the chance. They have 3 playstyles, a ton of characters. Use your noggin and make this work for you. Sonic can keep the boost for speed, reuse assets for another character using the classic gameplay, and a further use of the assets to use a character using adventure gameplay. It doesn't matter that it's not one-to-one gameplay here because it's not Sonic himself outside of the boost. Here's an example for you. Modern Sonic keeps boost gameplay, Rouge for classic gameplay, and Espio for adventure. Each character is going to change things up a little bit due to their own quirks, sure, but it keeps all 3 playstyles fans happy, pads out the game, and gets the friends back in without forcing every character in there. You could even do a heroes type long level thing if you split the level between the 3 characters and made the game save between each section as an act. Number 3. The Unified Sonic Theory. This is essentially the same as the last one, but with a twist. One Sonic, 3 game styles. Half the zones contain 3 acts. Start with Classic, proceed to Adventure, and then the final act is Boost Sonic. Make the game have the same amount of zones as Generations, just an extra act per zone, and a boss after every 3 zones. Starting with a Classic boss, then an Adventure, then a Boost, and do something special for the endgame boss. I'm not sure if this is feasible development time-wise, but it'd make everyone happy without resorting to the friends, which may affect critical scores. There is problems with the Unified Sonic Theory, however. Classic Sonic and his connections to the classic gameplay and modern Sonic's reputation, or more precisely, the split over design. But I have an answer. There is already a Sonic that captures everything charming and lovable about classic Sonic while keeping many of the design aspects of modern Sonic. Let me introduce you to Nendoroid Sonic, a figure from the Nendoroid series that was meant to be a chibi modern Sonic, but ended up as a fusion of both Sonic designs. He could pass for a chibi modern or a modernized classic, and he's just so darn appealing. So there you have it. Sonic is easily fixable if you look back at the franchise, see what works, what doesn't, and orchestrate ways to use everything so that it works in one package. You don't have to reinvent the wheel each iteration, just do it well. Sonic needs to be doing more things well instead of following other people. This has been Some Gamer Dude, and I'll see you guys next time.